from Baldwin High School. Tonight, the Penn Hills Indians in a non-conference matchup take on the Fighting Highlanders of Baldwin High School. Very pleasant good evening to you. I'm Bill Navari. Great to have you along for another exciting night of Penn Hills Indians football here on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. The big non-conference matchup tonight between the 8-0 Indians and the 4-4 Baldwin Fighting Highlanders. And the game really deciding possibly some playoff seedings coming up in the WPIAL playoffs, as this game means nothing as far as the standings in the conferences go, because this is a non-conference matchup. The Indians, an opportunity to win the Northern Conference tonight, but really nothing they can do about it. They have to root for the Shaler Titans. Should Shaler beat North Hills, the Indians will get the automatic conference title with the head-to-head win over Mars, no matter what happens next week at North Hills with the Indians. The Highlanders wins over Fox Chapel, Butler, Moon, and Chartiers Valley. 4 losses to Upper St. Clair, Woodland Hills, West Allegheny, and Bethel Park. The Indians, as we mentioned, 8-0 on the season, looking to try to go 9-0 on the season. Conference leaders, West Allegheny in the Allegheny 8. They have the tiebreakers over Upper St. Clair and Peters. Top 4 in that one, West Allegheny, Upper St. Clair, Peters Township, Bethel, Baldwin, bringing up the rear in the Allegheny 8 conference.
Penn Hills has won the toss and will receive.
In the Big East Conference, Gateway, Penn Trafford, McKeesport, Franklin Regional have all clinched playoff spots. And Latrobe bringing up the rear.
Officials for tonight's game: referee Larry Kubek, umpire Mitchell Bachuchin, linesman.
Indians in the Northern Conference, we mentioned the Indians at number 1, Mars at number 2, North Hills at number 3. Kiski area fighting for a playoff spot, as well as Shaler. Armstrong with the possibility for a wild card playoff spot. I think right now in a tiebreaker, Woodland Hills may have that one, but there's still games to be played. I think Armstrong has the more favorable schedule coming out. The Indians won the toss. They will receive, decked out in the road whites, still with the red helmets. The Highlanders, purple helmets, purple jerseys, and white pants. Indians will be moving left to right once they get the football. Indians banged up a bit here coming into this contest. The goal, try to get themselves a lead and start resting people. And we are underway. Baldwin with a pooch kick out of bounds. Emma Brandween, female kicker for the Highlanders. They do not give the Indians an opportunity to return, and the Indians choose to keep the football. They will start at their own 35-yard line.
Free kick out of bounds. Penalties decline. First down.
Hollis Mathis in a quarterback. Boswell to his right. Tank deep in the pistol formation. And it's going to be Boswell trying to go left side. And he's going to get stacked up and lose maybe a yard, possibly 2. Will be brought down back at the 35-yard line. Indians taking possession at the 37. So Boswell will lose 2. Hardy and Grimes will split to the near side. Cephas at the top of your screen. Corey Thomas in the slot to the near side. Mathis with the read. We'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, picks up 2, and the Indians will be looking at a 3rd and 10. I'm not sure if that was a broken play. Mathis stood there and kind of held the ball. I don't know if he was trying to disguise the read, unless the Indians have a 3rd and 10. Mathis from the shotgun throws near side, too high for Hardy, almost picked off. C.J. Robbins was the Highlander who had it go through his hands, and now the Indians will bring on the punt team. Indians go 3 and out to start things off here at Baldwin.
And the punt for the Indians, number 6, and the Baldwin back for the Highlanders is 21.
Plowing inside his own 25-yard line, gets the kick away. Low line drive of a kick will hit at the 35-yard line, take an Indian bounce. And will go dead at the 27-yard line. 10:34 to go here in the opening quarter. We are scoreless. Penn Hills and Baldwin. Baldwin getting their first opportunity with the football.
Dylan Bennett for the Indians. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Highlanders at their own 27.
Mason Stahl, the quarterback, under center. High formation behind him. And the Highlanders are going to come out rushing the football.
Under center for the Highlanders is number 6, Mason
Angelo Priori.
27, Angelo Priori.
I'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Sequoia Featherstone. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 at 27.
Featherstone with the tackle for the Indians. High snap. They try to keep it themselves, but Tank will bring down Stahl for no gain. Loses maybe half a yard.
No gain on the play, 3rd and 10 at the 27.
That was a quarterback draw the whole way. Tank read it nicely and brings Stahl down for the no gain. 3rd and 10 now for the Highlanders. Stahl will drop back in the shotgun. Has Priori to his right. Looks that way, swing pass right side. Priori hauls it in, has nowhere to go. The Indians are there. Give him a yard. Devin Best on the tackle for the Indians, and Baldwin will bring on the punt team.
4th and 9 for the Highlanders.
You can see Stahl was going to Priori the whole way. He wasn't even looking downfield. It was just going to be a little swing pass to the right. Stahl on 4th down, drops back. Takes a wobbly snap, gets a nice high kick away. Hardy's going to be unable to get over and get it. Hardy finally does pick it up at the 20-yard line, right in front of a couple of Highlanders. Kind of a dangerous play, but Hardy kept it from rolling any further. The Indians will start at their own 20. 8:22 to go here in the opening quarter. We are still scoreless. The Highlanders kind of sort of ran past the ball slightly, and Hardy kind of picked it up, figuring maybe they were snoozing. But the Indian offense back on the field. Both teams going 3 and out on their first possessions. High snap to Mathis. Give it to Tank, and the Highlanders read it nicely. Tank goes nowhere. Jaquan Parker will drop him for a loss of 4.
Brought down way in the backfield by number 12, Jaquan Henderson Parker. Loss of 4.
Tank had nowhere to go on that one.
At the 16.
Mathis, he'll go swing past left side to Hardy. Tries to get some room, does have some blocks. It's across the 20, out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup to Hardy, and now the Indians will have a manageable third down. They need to get across the 30-yard line. They're at the 25. So the Indians need to pick up about 5.5 yards for the first down.
3rd and 5 for the Indians at their own 25.
Mathis looks near side, has a man. Hardy dives ahead. He already had the first down. He was making sure it gets out to the 37-yard line, 12 yards. Mathis to Hardy, and a first down for the Indians.
For Robbins, but that's the first down for Penn Hills at the 37.
Clock continues to run, 7:15 to go here in the scoreless first quarter. Penn Hills and Baldwin. Mathis pass through the hands of Martin and into the hands of C.J. Robbins.
Christopher Robbins for the Highlanders.
And the Highlanders will start in great field position at the Indian 42-yard line. Following the interception, Martin was there. It just went through his hands. And this time, C.J. Robbins did not let it go through his.
First down for the Highlanders at the Indians 42.
Priori looks for someone to go. Gets to the outside, inside the 40, the 35. Cuts inside the 30-yard line. Nice first down for the Highlanders. Priori will go out at the 20. 22-yard scamper for Priori.
Pushed out by number 2, but that is
And a first down for the Highlanders.
First down at the 19.
Priori again wrapped up after he picks up about 3, maybe 4.
Once again, Priori gets the call. Brought down by 22. Two.
We'll give him 3.
Martin. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7. That's 17.
Stahl keeps it himself, tries to find some room, gets wrapped up from behind, loses the football, picked up by the Indians. They get it right back. Dylan Bennett with the fumble recovery. It looked like Freeman forced the fumble.
That fumble was picked up by 13.
See what does Jordy Boswell look like? Checking our real replay up here. Jordy Boswell with the forced fumble. And the Indians get the ball back at their own 27-yard line. So the teams exchange turnovers. Baldwin showing blitz. Toss left. Tank has some blocks. The right side. We'll have a first down, pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 13. C.J. Robbins with the tackle. And a first down for the Indians.
Pushed out of bounds by 21, Christopher Robbins. That's an Indian first down at their own 40.
Up the sideline. Hardy ripped up from behind. Just getting a paw in was Jaron Kelly.
Hardy. Brought down by 3, Jaron Kelly.
Hardy gets down to the Baldwin
23-yard line.
23-yard line. $37 yards to Hardy and a first down. Tank will go in motion to the left. We'll toss that way. Tank loses the football and Baldwin falls on it at the 24-yard line.
Takes it to 5. Tank Smith who fumbles. Recovered by 33, Zachary Pettit for a Highlander first down.
So 2 turnovers here in the
At the 24.
first quarter for the Indians. Baldwin takes over at their own 24-yard line. Priori gets a lane to the near side. Stacked up and pushed out of bounds by Cephas after a pickup of close to 5. They'll mark him at the 22-yard line. Pickup of 27-yard line. A pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Priori looks for somewhere to go, gets wrapped up, brought down in the backfield by Jamie Tigner. He'll lose a yard. And it'll be 3rd down and 8. Penalty flag. Check the call. It's a holding call against Baldwin. I don't know, I think you take the call. Even though they lost a yard on the play, move him back 10.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. That penalty's declined.
Oh, well, what do we know?
3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Stahl looks to set up the screen, does. Priori. Avoids one man, does not avoid.
Screen pass is to 27.
Was that Tigner come up with the tackle?
By 54.
It was.
Brings up 4th and 2 for the Highlanders at the 33.
So it'll be 4th and 2 Highlanders at their own 33-yard line.
Timeout called by Baldwin.
And Baldwin will use a timeout. We'll take our first break of the quarter. 4:39 to go. Here, first quarter, we are scoreless. Penn Hills, Baldwin. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
42.
Kick looked like it might have been partially blocked. Caught at the 40-yard line. Up the sideline goes Cephas. Cuts back the other way. Tries to break some tackles, and he'll get into Baldwin territory at the 47-yard line. Coverage outran that one.
Brought down by 70, Jason DePratis, and 75, Harry DePietro. First and 10 for the Indians at the Highlanders 42. Correction, 47.
Baldwin outran the coverage. We're watching on the replay here. And Indians get called for an illegal formation before we get underway.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
The penalty brings the ball back to the Indians' 48-yard line for the first and 15.
Mathis throws near side, has a man. Cephas.
Mathis' pass is
Oh,
complete
pick up
to
about
four.
6.
Dante Cephas.
Get the penalty yards back. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Gain of about 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 9 at the Highlander 46.
Mathis again to Cephas. Breaks the initial tackle, gets inside the 40. He'll be close to a first down.
Dante Cephas. He stopped by 11, Connor Lavelle.
Going to call it a pickup of 8 and be 3rd and a yard.
About 3rd and 1 at the Highlanders 38.
Grimes will come in motion this way. They're going to option to him. No, Hollis is going to keep it himself as a first down. Inside to 30, down to the 25-yard line. Gets across to the 23. Pick up a 15 on the scamper for Mathis. And that's an Indian first down.
First down for the Indians at the Highlanders 23.
High snap. Again, they're going to option this time to Grimes, who's had nowhere to go. He'll lose 7 back to the 30.
To 13, Anthony Grimes. There's a flag on the play. Stopped by 30, Dorian Ford, and 34, Matthias Baumann.
Dead ball, personal foul against the defense.
Oh, dead ball, personal foul call against
Half the distance to the goal. First down.
against Baldwin. A 15-yard penalty will get him down to the 15. It's a half the distance. It's at the 30, and it's a 15-yard penalty, so you're going to get the whole 15. How about this one? Aliquippa has yet to have an offensive snap in their game. They're up 13-0 against Keystone Oaks. They had a pick 6 and a blocked punt. That's a way to set up the offense. Peters Township's up 7-0 over Bethel Park. McKeesport up 15-0 over Franklin Regional. It's a big matchup over in the Big East. That's a game to decide the runner-up behind. Maybe Penn Trafford will finish second in that one. That would probably be between third and fourth. What are the officials discussing here? Oh, now they're bringing this all back. What is...
The dead ball, personal foul. The sticks were moved inadvertently. So we're second down for the offense for Penn Hills.
So it's not a first down. It'll be 1st and 2. Go to the end zone here.
2nd and 2.
Boswell and Smith on each side of Mathis. Rick Martin split to the near side. Cephas and Hardy to the left. And it's going to be Mathis keeping himself. 10, 5, touchdown, Penn Hills.
Mathis keeps the ball and goes into the end zone for a touchdown for Penn Hills.
Indians get on the board first here at Baldwin with 2:22 to go here in the first quarter.
Penn Hills is attempting a 2-point conversion.
Mathis tries to keep it himself. Does he make it in? He does not. But I thought the official was throwing a flag, but there's a kid throwing a ball up in here on the far side. Score remains 6-0 Penn Hills. 2:22 to go here in quarter number 1. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
The score, Hill 6, Baldwin nothing. Teeing up the ball for Penn Hills is number 10, Devin Best.
Devin Best will kick off.
Penn.
And Devin Best will kick off for the Indians. Best will squib it. Baldwin watching it roll. And the Indians almost recovering it. Cam Allen was maybe trying to let it go out of bounds, but the Indians closed quickly. They almost fell on that. But Baldwin will have possession at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 for the Highlanders at their own 30.
Priority hit and wrapped up, brought down in the backfield. Tyree Brooks got in there and we'll drop him for a loss of 5.
Flag on the play.
There's a penalty flag on the play. It's in the backfield. Probably a holding.
Tackle was by 24, Tyree Brooks for the Indians.
They're going to call a personal foul against the Indians for piling on.
Personal foul. Face mask. 15-yard penalty. First down.
That penalty brings up the ball up to the Highlanders' 40-yard line where it's a...
Yeah, it'll be a first down. Lose 5, pick up 15. get just what they needed. It's a first down for the Highlanders. Stahl rolls to his right, throws underneath, and does not connect with Zach Peddle.
Incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the 40.
It'll be 2nd and 10. All just too low and too far in front of Pettit for him to come up with it. That is the first offensive play by Baldwin that the ball did not go to either Stahl or Priori. High snap. Stahl will keep it himself. Goes right. Breaks a tackle. Does not elude Hardy.
Stahl boots the ball around the right side, brought down by Big Juan Hardy.
But Stahl picks up 9. It'll be 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1 at the 49.
Priori wrapped up in the backfield and brought down for no gain. Devin Best. Got in there and wrapped him up.
No gain on the play. It'll be 4th and 1 for the Highlanders at the 49. Stahl on the quarterback.
And that'll do it for quarter number 1. After one period of play. Oh, wait, no, it's not either. Just under a minute. Rolled under a minute. I saw the zeros. I'm going to roll that a first down. Stahl to throw. Comes back this way. Pettit. Forced out of bounds by Plowden at the 42-yard line.
Forced out of bounds by 6, Andy Plowden Jr.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 4.
6 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 4 at the Indians' 42.
Stahl. Flush to the near side. Throws underneath. Throws it away. There's nobody there. I don't know what the roll on that one was, Bernard, but there was nobody in that area.
Third and 4 at the 42.
After one, Woodland Hills up 7-2 over Moon. Stahl pitches it to the near side. The Indians just didn't bring him down. He pitches it over to Priori, who's going to be close to a first down. See where they spot him. They spot him at the 40-yard line. Picks up 2. So it's going to be 4th and 2. I think Baldwin will probably go for it here at the 40-yard line. Stahl was in a heap of trouble there. There were Indians all around it, but they just did not bring him down. And he had the presence of mind to pitch it to the near side to Priori.
4th and 2.
And the Indians jump off sides. That'll be a first down for the Highlanders down to the 35-yard line.
5-yard penalty, first down.
You know, this first quarter started off just flowing so quickly, and now it's just come to a screeching halt. So after one, it's McKeesport 15, Franklin nothing. High snap, Stahl's going to roll to his right. Looks, throws, has a man. Pass complete for a first down. Hardy will make the tackle, but not until LaBelle gets a first down at the 20-yard line.
First down. At the 20.
And this time the clock will wind down, and that'll do it. After one, your score, Penn Hills 6, Baldwin nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
With the score, Penn Hills 6 and Baldwin nothing. That same Highlander band will be performing for your pleasure after the game, so please stick around.
Trying to find a Shaler North Hills score, but neither Shaler nor North Hills tweet their scores during the game. Baldwin now down to our right. First down at the 20-yard line. Priori looks for somewhere to go. The Indians will close quickly. Tigner's the first one. Freeman comes in to assist. They'll lose two.
He stomped by 53, George Freeman, and 54, Jamie Tyner. Loss of two in the play. It'll be 2nd and 12 at the Indians' 22.
Priori tries to get outside, gets inside the 20-yard line, down to about the 19, picks up 3. And it'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Highlanders. The Indians came up and aggressively shut that one down.
Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Highlanders at the 19.
Keysport up 22-0. Bell Vernon up 14-0 over Plum. Ball is loose, and Baldwin recovers it. Pardon the sneezes, but Stahl sacked, loses the football. Let's go back to the 36-yard line. That's a 17-yard loss. Stahl had time.
Brings up 4th and 26 for the Highlanders at the 36.
But crashing in was Armand Gustav, who hit him and forced a fumble. And now Stahl will punt it into the end zone. Nice effort by Baldwin.
Stahl's punt goes into the end zone.
And the Indians will start at their own 20. 9:48 left here in half number one. Indians up 6-0.
Touchback brings the ball out to the Indian 20-yard line.
I have to say, defensively, the Indians are looking very well. Very good. Offensively, uninspiring so far. But we are early. First possession of quarter number 2. Indians haven't been able to get Tank going. Play action. Headed towards Cephas. It was almost intercepted by Nasser Penry.
Covered by one Nasir Penn.
West Allegheny up 7-0 over North Allegheny. High snap. Mathis, right side to Grimes. He could have thrown the ball. It was a backward pass. And Grimes will get out to the 31-yard line for pickup of 11.
Stop by 34, Matthias Baumann.
First down.
First down for the Indians.
Unfortunately for Mathis, that's going to go as rushing yards. All depends on what the official score downstairs puts. Unable to connect with Cephas again. And once again, it was almost Nasser Penn coming up with it for Baldwin.
Covered by one Nasir Penn. That brings up 2nd and 10 at 31.
Well, Quip was up 27-0 in the first quarter. Tank coming this way. Stiff arms a man. And pushed out of bounds. At the 36-yard line, picks up 5. So the Indians looking at a 3rd down and 5.
Gained by 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 7 at the Indian 34.
Mathis throws underneath. Martin for a pickup of 2.
Brought down by 34, Matthias Baumann.
Now it'll be 4th and about.
That brings up 4th.
Actually, no gain on the play. There was no gain.
36.
And it'll be 4th and 5. Oh, it was. That was pickup of 2.
Back a punt for the Indians, number 6, Andy Plowden.
Shaler up 7-0 over North Hills. Plowden gets a nice kick away. That'll take a Baldwin bounce, and the Indians will down it at the 45-yard line.
Down by 19.
7:56 to go, first half. Penn Hills 6, Baldwin nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
Highlanders take possession at their own 45, 1st and 10.
Indians just not connecting on his passes. Baldwin quickly to the line. They trail by 6. Priori wrapped up, brought down in the backfield. Jordy Boswell, first one to greet him. It'll be a loss of 2.
Stop by 3, Jordy Boswell. Loss of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13 at the 42.
Priory looking for somewhere to go. Tigner stalled him, and then Gustav and Best will drop him for another loss back to the 39-yard line. He'll lose 3 this time. And it'll be 3rd and 15 for the Baldwin Fighting Highlanders.
3rd and 16 at the Highlanders 39.
That's just to try to set up the screen, and he does. It gets tipped. It was tipped by Indy Parker.
Batted down by 26, Hyundai Parker.
And there was a bunch of Indians around, but nobody saw it, and it fell in the middle like a campfire. Everybody's standing around watching it. But Baldwin will bring on the punting unit. Cephas and Hardy back for the Indians. And Hardy will come this way to watch the gunners. 3 gunners this way, 2 men covering, and now those Indians will send another man over. And a line drive kick will take a nice Highlander roll inside the 20. And go dead at the 17. 6:26 to go here, first period. Penn Hill 6, Baldwin nothing here on the Indians Football Network. Tank Smith behind Mathis. Grimes will come this way. Mathis will run the option right. Keeps it himself across the 20, the 25. Tries to get a block and does from Hardy. And Mathis will be hit out of bounds at the 35-yard line. After he picks up 18. And that's a first down for the Indians. Hardy with a nice lead block out there on the right side. Was able to spring Mathis. About another 7-8 yards. Indians using Grimes on that jet sweep decoy. It's a matter of time before they hit him on it. Mathis again. This has Grimes trailing. Runs over a man at the 43, goes down at the 46 after a pickup of 11. And Hollis Mathis is taking things under his wing, and he's saying, I'll take care of this. And the Indians are going to use a timeout here. Don't like the formation. Have a little mix-up on the offense, and they'll call their first of the half. 5:42 to go, second quarter. Penn Hill 6, Baldwin nothing. You are watching the Indians Football Network. Okay, Jay. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Faith Community Church and Pastor Jay Mitlow.
First and 10 at the 46.
Following the timeout, first down Indians at their own 46-yard line. Boswell and Smith will block. Mathis throws over the middle. Going up and getting it was Dante Cephas, who comes down with it with a first down in Baldwin territory at the 23-yard line.
Down by one this year, Penn, but that's a
30 yards are going to mark him at the 24.
at the 24.
Cephas went up and caught that one in traffic. And the Indians now in business. Smith wrapped up and brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. Tackle by Dorian Ford. Smith will lose 3.
Loss of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13. That's 27.
Mathis pass complete inside the 20, inside the 15, running to the near side, inside the 5. Did he hit the pylon? No, they're going to roll him. Oh, touchdown, Penn Hills. Hardy, 27 yards. The Indians up by 12. That was a slow touchdown call by the official. Hardy hauled it in about the 20-yard line, and then it was all him. Raced up the sideline, dove, caught the pylon, and they get the touchdown call. Indians now up 12-0 over Baldwin. Touchdown coming with 4:22 to go. Mathis now looking for somewhere to go. Throws in the back of the end zone.
Mathis passes down to the end zone.
Had a man wide open, did not see him.
Score, Penn Hills 12.
Score remains 4:22 to go, second quarter. Penn Hills 12, Baldwin nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
Teeing up the ball, number 10, Devin Best. Received for the Highlanders, 1, Nasir Penn, and 3, Jared.
Kickoff taken at the 17-yard line. And Penn returning it out to about the 27.
Thinking the kick is 3, Jared Kelly, brought down by the kicker, number 10, Devin Best.
Devin Best kicked it and came down and made the tackle.
First and 10 for the Highlanders at their own 28.
Stahl with an empty set. Straight drop. Looks, pass, incomplete.
Stall pass intended for 23, Gray Howell, incomplete.
Howell, the intended receiver, penalty flag at the 30-yard line. They're going to call pass interference.
Ineligible receiver downfield
Oh, no.
against the offense.
So they'll mark it back to the 22.5-yard line. That'll be 1st and 15.
1st and 15 for the Highlanders. That's 27.
Stahl thought about taking himself and managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by number 5, Hank Smith. They have one on the play, 2nd and 14. That's 28.
Again, an empty set for Stahl. Trips to his left, twins to the near side. Under pressure by Gustav, flushed out, runs this way, and the Indians will push him out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Taken out of bounds by 6. Andy Plowden. Brings up 3rd and 7 for the Highlanders at 31.
Be 3rd and about 7 now for the Highlanders. Clock stops with 3:23 to go here in the first half. Penn Hills 12. Baldwin nothing. Yeah, you got a nice spot. Watching on the replay here in the booth. Stahl again, flushed, under pressure. Tigner's tackled in the backfield, nothing called.
Once again, Stahl keeps the ball.
But Stahl will be sacked back at the 28-yard line.
Brought down by
Timeout.
38.
We'll lose 3,
Called by Penn Hill.
and the Indians will use a timeout. There were 3:14 to go in the first half, looking to get the ball back. Indians are up by 12. Watch up here. The Indians had two guys tackled in the backfield. Nothing called, but the Indians still get the sack. Forced to 4th down. Use the timeout. And they're going to try to get some more points here before the half expires. Baldwin gets the ball to start half number 2.
Back to penalty, number 6, Stahl.
Hardy catches it among some Highlanders dangerously, but takes it and he's off running. The penalty flag comes flying in. Hardy inside the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Penn Hills.
Hardy takes the punt into the end zone. There is a flag on the play.
There's an injured Highlander back at the 45-yard line. Hardy took it at his own 40. If that's what they're calling the flag on, that was a clean hit. That was a 60-yard return.
Personal foul. Illegal blindside block on the receiving team. 15-yard penalty. First down.
They're going to call a blindside block. It's another penalty, another punt return for a touchdown called back. It's got to be 6 this year.
That penalty negates the touchdown and brings the ball back to the 33-yard line.
The penalty would put the ball back at the 33. The Indians with 2:59 to go. Best way to answer that one is to score. Pass complete. This side across the 35 to 40. Up the sideline. It's race now. And out of bounds at the 45-yard line was Anthony Grimes. It's 22 yards. Indians stopped the clock.
Penn Hills first down at the Highlanders 45.
Pass downfield incomplete.
Intended for two, Richard Martin, incomplete. Covered by 3, Jaron Kelly. 2nd and 10 for Penn Hills at the Highlanders 45.
Mathis looked right, throws left, has Cephas. Cephas tries to find some room. We'll have a first down for the Indians. Down to the 32-yard line, picks up 13.
34, Matthias Baumann at the Penn Hills first down.
Indians still with a lot of time. Clock running, approaching 2:35. Pass right side, right to a Highlander. Has the sideline. Martin in pursuit, cuts to the near side. Has some room to run inside the 20. Pushed out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Second interception of the game for C.J. Robbins. Mathis threw that one right to him. And the Highlanders have it at their Indian 14-yard line. Oh, great opportunity for the Highlanders here at the end of the half. If they score, they get the ball to start half number 2.
First and 10 at the 14.
And the Highlanders move. Now I'll come back to the 19.
Offense. Repeat
Highlanders
first down.
one timeout left, 2:16 to go here in the half.
That penalty brings the ball back to the 19-yard line. First and 15.
Stahl eludes one tackler, gets a pass away into the end zone. Too far.
Stahl's pass intended for 3, Jaron Kelly. Incomplete.
It was intended for Kelly.
Coverage by 8, Akeem Snell. That brings up 2nd and 15 for the Highlanders at the 19.
Pitch near side, Priori. After Stahl eludes a tackle or eludes a sack,
Stahl shuffles to 27 for
they'll shuffle it down to the 14-yard line. Pick up a 5.
George Freeman.
Freeman on the tackle for the Indians.
Gain of 5 on the play. It's 3rd and 10 at the 14.
Stahl looking for somewhere to go. Shuffles again to Priori. And Tigner will be there to bring him down along with Plowden. They actually lose a yard on the play and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Stopped by 54, Jamie Tyner. First up, 4th and 10 for the Highlanders at the 15.
Timeout, Penn Hills.
And the Indians will use a timeout as Baldwin is bringing on the kicking unit to try a field goal. 1:02 to go, first half. Penn Hills 12, Baldwin nothing. You're watching the Indians Football Network. Halftime, Moon up 10-7 over Woodland Hills. Woodland Hills right now with the tiebreaker in the wild card seed. They can ill afford to drop one. No, there's a possibility that they make the playoffs. We might get Woodland Hills in that first round. And do you know that we have never, in the history of Penn Hills, Woodland Hills, met them in the playoffs? .32-yard attempt on the field goal, and it falls just short. That was Emma Brandwing. And the Indians will take over with 56 seconds to go at their own 20-yard line. Now, if you're Penn Hills, what do you do? That one actually fell just short.
Penn Hills takes possession of the ball on their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Tank picks up about 4.
Number 5 gets the call, Tank Smith. He's brought down by.
And Indians look like they're willing to just kill the half. Got to at least try one deep ball. Tank up the gut will have a first down. The Indians will have the clock stopped as they move the sticks out to the 36-yard line.
Senior parents of Baldwin Band, would you please report to the far side of the field? Senior parents, whose students are being
the Indians are going to let the clock run out, it appears.
Please report to the visitor side of the track.
That's what they're going to do. After one half of play, the score, Penn Hills 12, Baldwin nothing. The bands are coming up here at halftime. Second half action coming your way in about 20 minutes. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to halftime. If you're looking for something to love, then here's the group that gives you thrills and physical thrills. The pride of Penn Hill, the 2018-2019 Big Red Marching Band. This year they're paying tribute to one of the bands of musical royalty, Queen. First up is the 1979 single off of the Jazz album, Don't Stop Me Now. Next, it's time to travel along, be cool, and relax to their first #1 classic, Crazy Little Thing Called Love. To close up the show with the 1981 duet with David Bowie, featuring a visual ensemble is Under Pressure. Under the direction of our drum majors, Alexander Profi and Tyler Rouse. Ready to make another show, fight the dust. We're the champions, and they will rock you with the sound of Queen. Make some noise once again for the Penn Hills Big Red Marching Band. The band is led by Michael Berkey, Assistant Director Tiffany Szynski, Visual Ensemble Instructors are Tiffany Brown and Elizabeth Chanelski, Visual Ensemble Captains are Leah Allen, Christian LeCoq, and Michelle Jackson. The voice of the band is Eric Cooper. So thank you so much for your support and attention this evening. And now it's time to recognize the seniors that make up the 2018-2019 Baldwin Marching Band.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and if you'll draw your attention to center field, we'd like to introduce the 2018 season Fighting Highlander Marching Band Seniors. Here we go. First up is Jessica Ash. Jessica is a member of Color Guard and a co-section leader, accompanied by her mother and father, Joe and Pauline Ash. She is president of the National Art Honor Society and a member of Special Olympics and National Honor Society. After high school, she's committed to Shippensburg University to get a dual degree in early childhood and special education. She wants to be remembered for her compassion for those with special needs. Let's hear it for Jessica. Our next senior, Megan Bonenberger. Megan is a section leader in Color Guard, participates in Latin Club as secretary, NHS, National Art Honor Society, Baldwin Airs, Service Club, Special Olympics, Global Minds, and Drama Club. She plans to attend college and major in animal science and pre-veterinary studies at the University of Finlay. She is currently accompanied by her father, Mike Bonenberger, and her mother, Carolyn Bonenberger. She would like to be remembered as the only girl who actually cleans the guard room. Let's hear it for Megan. Next up, Megan Bradley, member of Color Guard. Megan is a participant in Special Olympics Club as an exec board member, Key Club, Spanish Club, National Honor Society, National Art Honor Society, and senior class activities. After high school, she plans to attend Pitt to earn a degree in business. Accompanied by her father, Christopher Bradley, and Patricia Bradley, her mother, she would like to be remembered as always able to make others around her smile and laugh. Let's hear it for Megan Bradley. Next up is Olivia Brophy, a member of Color Guard and a section leader. Olivia is in the National Honor Society, Drama Club, student director of the musical, Baldwin Airs, and the Highlander Choir. After high school, she plans to attend college and major in international relations. Accompanied by her father, Adam Brophy, and mother, Sarah Brophy, Olivia would like to be remembered for always being a friend to everyone and being a great leader in the band. Let's hear it for Olivia. Our next senior, Sarah Doran. Sarah's in the front ensemble for the past 4 years and has participated in Highlander Choir, Baldwin Airs, the Fall Play, Musical, National Honor Society. She plans to attend college to pursue a degree as a music therapist. Accompanied by her mother, Kathy Doran, and her brothers, Connor and Ryan Doran, Sarah wants to be remembered for her dedication, talent, and kindness. Let's hear it for Sarah. Our next senior, Evan Haggerty, a member of the Drumline. Evan also participates in NHS, Wind Ensemble, Penn Orchestra, and Indoor Percussion Ensemble. He plans to pursue a career in engineering at Penn State. Evan is accompanied by his mother, Lisa Haggerty, and sister, Megan Haggerty. Evan would like to be remembered for his lack of smell, his witful humor, and his heart full of love. Let's hear it for Evan. Our next senior, Cynthia Hayhurst. 3 years in the flute section, and this last as a drum major. Cynthia is a member of Wind Ensemble, Literary Guild, Spanish Club, Musical Penn, and the National Honor Society. She plans to attend college to pursue a degree in music education. While she has no college decided upon, she has been accepted at IUP. She's accompanied by her father, Paul Hayhurst, and her mother, Susan Hayhurst. She would like to be remembered as a fierce friend and a strong leader. Let's hear it for Cynthia. Next up, Nihad Habib, a member of the Low Brass section. After high school, Mihai plans to attend college and major in something. He is accompanied by his mother, Almadina Habib, his father, Armin Habib, and his sister, Dalia Habib. What would he like to be remembered for? He would tell you the A-O. Let's hear it from Mihai. Next up is Annie Hewitt, a member of the front ensemble. Annie participates in the Friends of Rachel organization, and after high school, plans to go to PTC for criminal justice or join the U.S. Army as a combat medic. She's decided either on Pittsburgh Technical College or the Armed Forces. She's accompanied by her little brother Brady, Christina, her mom, and her grandparents Joan and Brad. Annie would like to be remembered for her sense of humor, her strength, and her kind and loving heart, as well as her passion for music. Let's hear it for Annie. Our next senior is Yi Kine. On the mellophone, he participates in Robotics Club as secretary, Spanish Club, Baldwin Service Club, Indoor Percussion Ensemble, and Math League. After high school, she plans to go to school and perhaps major in pharmacy. Accompanied by her parents Onion Kine and Nini Halung, she would like to be remembered for being there for someone who needs it, being caring and friendly. Let's hear it for Yi. Next up, Anna Coslow, a member of the Color Guard. She participates as the Vice President of Da Vinci Society and the Chain Reaction Competition Team. After high school, she's planning to be a traveling medical technologist, hopefully at Penn State University. She's accompanied by her mother, Laura Coslow, and her father, Ken Coslow. Anna would like to be remembered as being a member of the last year Color Guard and having Diane as coach. Next up, Ben Marsteller. Ben's a member of the alto saxophone as a section leader. He participates in pit orchestra for 1 year, as well as NHS Science Club, wind ensemble, and boys volleyball. He plans to pursue a career in electrical engineering and attend either Pitt or Penn State. Ben is accompanied by his mother, Jennifer Marsteller, and his father, Timothy Marsteller. Let's hear it for Ben. Our next senior, Caitlin Meyer. Caitlin is a member of the drum line for the past 4 years. Has been a 4-year member of the swing team and a 2-year member of the National Honor Society. She plans to attend a university and study dental hygiene. She's accompanied by her mother, Renee, and her father, Dave. Caitlin says she'd like to be remembered as always having fun and hyping up her fellow band members. Let's hear it for Caitlin. Next up, Nick Wiespazinski in the trumpet section, a participant in spring musical and math league. After high school, he plans to attend either Pitt or Clarion and major in physics. Accompanied by his mother, Gail, and his father, Edward, Nick would like to be remembered for the many nicknames he's accumulated throughout his high school years. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Nick. Our next senior, Mary Pecoraro, a member of the front ensemble and a participant in drama club and musical cast. After high school, she plans to attend college at perhaps Slippery Rock University and pursue a degree in exercise science or a doctor of physical therapy. Accompanied by her mother, Susan Pecoraro, and her father, George Pecoraro, Mary would like to be remembered for being a part of the Friends of Rachel group as a student and help keep Rachel's chain reaction moving in this school. Let's hear it for Mary. Our next senior, DJ McCall. DJ is 2 years as a low brass member and the past 2 years as a drum major. DJ participates in choir and musical, and after school plans to study music. He's currently undecided on his college. DJ is accompanied by his father, John Pickell, and his mother, Nora Pickell. Let's hear it for DJ. Our next senior, Nicholas Couch. Playing the alto saxophone, Nicholas is a member of the National Honor Society, Perbolite, and men's volleyball. He plans to pursue a career in physical therapy at an undecided university. He's accompanied by his father, John, and his mother, Janet. He wants to be remembered for always being loud and cheering during the game. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Nick. Our next senior, Anthony Providence. A saxophone player. Anthony plans to pursue a career in graphic design or photography and attend LaRoche for graphic design. He's accompanied by his mother, Clara Dane Provident, and his father, Rocky Provident. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Anthony. Our next senior, Ethan Putt, a member of the alto sax section. Ethan participates in Theater Orchestra, Wind Ensemble, French Club, and National Honor Society. After high school, he plans to go to college and die rich. He plans to major in computer sciences. He's accompanied by his mother, Sherry, and his father, Michael. He would like to be remembered for Galaxy pants and wearing 2 hoodies. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Ethan. Our next senior, Bethany Rectoris, a member of the color guard and indoor guard for the past 4 years. Bethany has participated in Math League, Special Olympics Club, National Art Honor Society. After high school, she plans to attend college and major with a degree in early childhood education. Bethany's parents are Christina Finnegan and her father, Scott Rectoris. Bethany's mother cannot be with us this evening, but sent a message. Bethany, please know I'm always with you in your heart, mind, and soul, even if I am not visible. I'm proud of you and excited to see you finding more of your dreams and reaching all of your stars. Love, Mom. Let's hear it for Bethany. Our next senior, Thomas Victoric. Playing the saxophone, Thomas has been a 4-year honor roll member and on the stage crew for the fall play and for the spring musical. After high school, Thomas plans to attend the United States Marines. Thomas is accompanied by his mother, Deb Victoric. When asked what he would like to be remembered for, Thomas responded the pirate ship chant and the 6-foot Bob Reed cardboard head. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Thomas. Our next senior, Tabitha Smith, playing the clarinet. Tabitha is a member of Math League Lit Guild. After high school, she plans to become an elementary and middle school teacher and attend Grove City College, double majoring in pre-K to 4th grade and 4th grade to 8th education. She's accompanied by her mother, Veronica, and her father, Scott. Tabitha would like to be remembered for caring about everyone and always offering help when needed. She says, I don't know why, but this sounds tacky. Let's hear it for Tabitha. Next up, Novalie Sanowski. Playing the clarinet. Novalie has participated in Highlander Choir for 4 years and the musical for 1 year. After high school, Novalie plans to attend a Votech school with something to do with animals or performing arts. Novalie is accompanied by her mother, Judith Sanowski, her sister, Emily Bryant, and her brother, Justin Sanowski. Novalie would like to be remembered for making everyone she met smile and for being in marching band for a while, as well as all the other clubs. She would like to be remembered for the impact she left. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Novalie. Our next senior, Audrey Stinkus, a member of the flute section, participating in French Club, National Art Honor Society. Audrey hopes to attend Seton Hill University to pursue a degree in French education. Audrey is accompanied by her parents, Diane Stinkus, and our very own Warren Stinkus. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Audrey. Next up, we have Elizabeth Soliday, a member of the color guard. Elizabeth has participated in Special Olympics, Highlander Choir, Drama Club, Mini-Thon, and Bridge Gator, as well as a Pergolite editor. After high school, she plans to attend a 4-year college for journalism and communication. Elizabeth is accompanied by the Honorable David Soliday. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Elizabeth. Next up, Rachel Stefanik. Rachel's a member of the flute section, a participant in the National Honor Society, French Club, and school musicals. After high school, Rachel plans to attend college and major in environmental engineering. Rachel is accompanied by her mother, Maureen Stefanik, and her father, Ray Stefanik. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Rachel. And our final senior of the night, Britton Hirschberger. Britton is a member of the front ensemble, participating in 3 years of drumline, 1 year of front ensemble, and steel center. After high school, Britton plans to go into carpentry or music production, escorted by his parents, Michael and Lina Hirschberger. Britton would like to be remembered for his patience, particularly tonight. And thank you to your fellow bandmates. Let's hear it for Britton. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 27 seniors. Let's hear it for the graduating seniors of the class of 2019 in the Fighting Highlanders drumline, color guard, and marching band. We will be calling the number shortly. Here is the 50-50 number. On a blue ticket, the number is 820190. Once again, on a blue ticket, 820190. If you have that ticket, take it to the spirit booth and collect your $300.
Second half action about to get underway here at Baldwin Stadium with the score Penn Hills 12 and Baldwin nothing. The Highlanders will get the ball to start half number 2. Some quick stats. Net yards rushing for the half. The Indians lead 124-29. Yet net yards passing 129-19 in favor of the Indians once again. Total net yards 253 for Penn Hills, 48 for the Highlanders. Leading rusher for the Indians was Hollis Mathis with 61 yards. Passing-wise, Mathis 9 of 15 with 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown. Kickoff, pick up, taken at the 3-yard line. Indians are there to try to close quickly, and they do.
Number 3, Kelly gets the kickoff, brought down by 19. Noel Roach.
Noel Roach will come in and make the tackle for the Indians. Baldwin will start at their own 17-yard line. Priori tries to get to the outside. Snell is there. We'll wrap him up, drop him at the 15-yard line. Priori will lose 2 yards. Priori in the first half was 9 carries, 31 yards, had a net. It lost 8, had a net of 23. Connor Lavelle, 2 for 15, and Stahl, 8 carries, -9 yards, because that includes the sacks. Throwing-wise in the first half, Stahl was 6 of 10 for 19 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Indians 3 turnovers in the first half, Baldwin with 1. Stahl will throw underneath to the near side, has the pass complete across the 20. Plowden will push him out at the 27-yard line. That's Zach Pettit.
He's taken out of bounds by 16, Dylan Bennett. That's a Highlander first down.
Highlanders got just enough for the first down. Priori wrapped up, brought down Jordy Boswell for a loss of 4. And it'll be a second down and 14. See a good number of you watching tonight. We appreciate the support. In all likelihood, we will have one more broadcast this season next week at North Hills. Playoffs are coming up, and unless we raise a few $1,000s for rights fees, we're not going to be able to broadcast the WPIO playoffs here on YouTube. Pettit wrapped up, brought down in the backfield. Boswell and Parker.
Once again, Priori gets the call.
That'll be no gain.
Brought down by 26. Brandon Parker. 3rd and 14 for the Highlanders.
Stahl hit in the backfield, and it'll be sacked inside the 20. Host of Indians. Bring him down at the 19-yard line. It'll be a sack and a loss of 4. And it brings up a 4th down for Baldwin. They're going to have to punt back to the Indians. Baldwin's fortunate that the ball didn't come out. Stahl, line drive kick. Will bounce. Picked up by Hardy, looking for somewhere to go and trying to make something out of it. And we'll go down at the 41-yard line. Not a very returnable punt, but Hardy made the attempt. But the Indians will start on the Baldwin side of the 50-yard line at the 42-yard line. Indians will take over with 8:59 to go here in quarter number 3. They're up 12-0. North Hills and Shaler were tied at 7 at the half. Again, if Shaler wins that contest, the Indians will be conference winners. Grimes in motion right to left. It's going to be Tank trying to find a lane. Tank getting to the outside at the 40. Tank breaking a tackle and stumbles ahead for a first down. Tank will pick up 10 and a first down for the Indians. It was tough going for Tank in the first half. 7 carries, 24 yards. But the Tank keeps on plowing through. Eventually he'll break one. Pistol formation. That's Parker to Mathis's right, and it's going to be Tank. That looks like the Indians now just want to start punishing and wearing down Baldwin. It's pick up a 4.
Tackled by 12, Jaquan Henderson Parker. And 34, Matthias Bauman. Gain of 4 in the play, 2nd and 6. That's 27.
Nothing doing there.
Number 5, Tank Smith, brought down in backfield. Tackled by 12, Jaquan Henderson Parker. Brings up 3rd and 11 at the 32.
Mathis fakes the handoff to Tank, looks, throws one downfield, has a man. Cephas goes up and gets it. It comes down inside the 10. Oh, my. C.J. Robbins was looking for his 4th interception of the game, and Dante Cephas went up and took it away. 24-yard pickup, 1st and goal, Indians. Cephas came back for it, went over top of Robbins and hauled it in. And the Indians knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Mathis keeps it himself on the read option. Yeah, lose 3 back to the 11.
Second and goal at the Penn Hills at the Highlander 11.
Mathis pitches ahead to Tank inside the 5. Tank close to the goal line. Does he get in? They're going to mark him right at the goal line.
Stop short of the goal line. Bring up 3rd and less than 1.
I guess you call that a shuffle pass. Third and goal, Indians from the 1-yard line. Tank deep in the pistol. And it's going to be Tank into the end zone for the Penn Hills touchdown.
And off is the 5, Tank Smith, who goes into the end zone for the Penn Hills touchdown.
Indians now up 18-0 over Baldwin. Touchdown coming with 5:57 to go here in quarter number 3.
The Indians will attempt a 2-point conversion.
Mathis looked like he wanted to shuffle pass. Nobody was there. And the score remains Penn Hills 18, Baldwin nothing here on the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
Picking up the ball once again is 10, Devin Best, back to receive for the Highlanders, 1, Nasir Penn, and 3, Jaron Kelly.
Indians try the onside kick, it appears. But Baldwin was there to Connor Sidoric recovering the onside kick. And Baldwin starting at their own 42-yard line.
Handoff is to 3, Jaron Kelly.
Kelly for a pair.
Tackle by 21, Armand Gustav.
And Gustav on the tackle for the Indians.
At the 44.
Priori cuts it up into the middle to the 47-yard line for 3. And we're looking at a 3rd and 5. Clock running, 4:45 to go in the third. 18-0 Indians. Stahl, flushed, scrambles ahead. Will have the first down. Get to the Indian 45-yard line and scramble for 8.
Down by 6, Andy Baldwin. 26. Andy Parker. That's the Highlanders first down at the 45.
Stahl looks to the sideline for direction. Now back in the shotgun. Looks, happy feet, starts taking off with the football. And maybe picks up a 2.
Brought down by 1 with 1 Hardy. Gain of 2 in the play, 2nd and 8 at the 43.
And the rain is falling. It may not show on your monitor, but the rain is coming down here. There you go. Best cameraman in sports right there, ladies and gentlemen, Bernard Mathis. Stahl, play action, comes in near side, chased by Martin. And finally forced out of bounds by Plowden at the 38-yard line. Be short of the first down, but the Highlanders will have a 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd and 3 at the 38.
McKeesport up 36-7 over Franklin. Stahl throws underneath, pass, caught by Kelly. Eludes one man, has a first down up the sideline. Out of bounds inside the 25, down at the 21-yard line. 17 yards
Taken out of bounds by number 2, Richard Martin, but that's a
for
Highlander
Jaron Kelly.
first down at the 26. Correction, 21.
And the Highlanders will use a timeout. 3:11 to go here, 3rd quarter. Penn Hills 18, Baldwin nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
They're first.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the band
Hey, if you're a former player and you're watching, why don't you drop a little note in the chat. Let us know where you are that you're watching, especially if you're out of town somewhere. Even if you're in town, let's hear from you. A lot of folks watching here tonight, and we appreciate it. As we mentioned, next week may be our final broadcast of the season. As we start the playoffs, the Trib owns the playoff rights. And they said we can broadcast, but we have to come up with the rights fees, and that's a few grand. So unless we can come up with some donations or some sponsors, next week will, for all intents and purposes, will be our last broadcast of the season. Hey, Deshaun Burlow, Johnstown. Great to see you, Deshaun.
first and 10.
Priori.
Drop off pass to 27.
I'm not sure he even picked up anything. May have gone a yard. We'll give him a yard.
5, thanks, Smith, and 6.
Close to the 20. Deshaun Butler's watching you. Is it the game last week? Homecoming.
2nd and 9.
Deshaun was there. Rain coming down a little harder now. Stahl's going to keep it himself. Design play the whole way. Gets inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line for a pickup of 6 on the scramble. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Highlanders.
Brings up 3rd and 3 for the Highlanders at the 14.
Stahl into the end zone. Nobody was there.
Stahl's pass intended for 3.
Looks like he threw it between 2 routes. I wonder if somebody ran the wrong way. That brings up a 4th down for Baldwin. They trail by 18 here with 2:20 to go in quarter number 3. NA up 26-7 over West Allegheny. It's a 6A, 5A matchup. High snap, Stahl, swing pass this side for Prioria, goes down at the 19-yard line.
Stahl's pass
Baldwin will turn over on downs at that spot there at the 19-yard line. Indians take over. 2:13 to go here in quarter number 3. And the Indians could use a long drive here. Well, I can take a quick touchdown either. Let's run the ball. Tank hit at the line of scrimmage, keeps the feet moving. Spins ahead to the 21-yard line. It's a tough 2 yards for the Tank.
Down by 30, Jordan Ford. Gain of about 2 in the play. It'll be 2nd and 8. At the 21.
Hardy, jet sweep this side, cuts it up, looks to get to the outside. That dives across the 25. Will be short of the first down at the 37-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and 2 for the Indians. Hardy picks up 5.
Short of the sticks, it'll be 3rd and 2. At 27.
Pass was intended for Hardy. Indians can't connect, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
At their 27. Number 6, Sandy Plowden to punt.
Plowden back for the Indians. C.J. Robbins catches it at the 47-yard line. Hit immediately and goes down at the 45-yard line. Nice coverage by Dante Pollard. They'll give him the progress at the 47. Under a minute to go here in quarter number 3. Effective. Bernard, do you see 2 footballs down there on the field? Seriously, zoom in on that. I want to make sure that's exactly what I'm watching. 2 footballs. Can't figure out where the ball's spotted.
That one he dropped there.
And that was kind of rolling around. I mean, he caught the ball at the 46, 47-yard line. He went down to 45. I would think that would give him a forward progress at the 47 where the official is standing. They're calling a personal foul against Baldwin. What are they going to mark? We'll see where they mark it off from. They're marking off from.
Personal foul against the receiving team. -6.
They're mark it off from the 47-yard line. So they're going to go back to the 32. We have viewers in Rochester, New York. Featherstone's in Akron. Hey, Feezy. Glad you're watching. Glad you're doing well out there at Akron. Go Zips. Baldwin tries to set up the screen. Nicely done to Priori. He'll pick up about 8 yards.
Tackle by 3, Jordy Boswell. Brings up a 2nd and 2 at the 41.
Well, the Bardicks are out there. Priori comes this way. Tripped up by Boswell, but I think Priori's going to have enough for the first down.
First down at the 43.
It's the AD's mom is checking in from Rochester. That'd be Beth Strauss. Priori right side. Breaks a tackle. Gets inside the 50. Have a first down for the Indians. Snell will bring him down at the 46-yard line. That's 11 yards for Priori, and another first down for the Highlanders. And that'll do it for quarter number 3. The third quarter went quickly. But after 3, the score, Penn Hills 18, Baldwin nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. This is one of the bigger crowds we've had online there, Bernard. Oh, great to have you folks all on board joining us in tonight. The Indians with an opportunity to win the conference. Keep checking the Twitter sphere, but I cannot find a score on North Hills and Shaler. The last one I had was 7-7 at the half. After 3, Peters 27, Bethel nothing.
First and 10.
Kelly goes in motion right to left. Priori stalls right. Looks like I want to set up the screen again. Throws underneath. And Priori will be dropped for a loss. Back at the 49-yard line. It's a loss of 5.
The 27 Priori, brought down by 3, Jordy Boswell. Loss of about 5 of the play. It'll be 2nd and 15 at the Highlanders 48.
Stahl, he's going to take off, it looks like. And he wanted to. Coming up and making the tackle was Jordy Boswell.
Stahl brought down by 3, Boswell in his backfield.
Another loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and 17.
Brings down 3rd and 18 for the Highlanders on the 46.
Stahl under pressure, breaks its way from one man, hit, and he'll be sacked. The ball was loose. They're going to roll him down.
Stahl is brought down by 26.
Stahl will get out to the 49-yard line, picks up 3, but it'll be 4th down at the 49. I don't think Baldwin was going to go for it. A little early in the 4th quarter here. On a 4th and 14.
The Highlanders on the 49. Stahl is back to punt. Accuracy is 4.
High snap.
And 5. Thanks, Smith.
Baldwin gets a kick away, hits off an Indian. And Baldwin has it at the 24-yard line. It hit off of Dylan Bennett, who didn't know where the ball was. It came down. Baldwin will have it at the 24-yard line.
24.
Another turnover by the Indians. Priori
Ball hands off to
drop back at the 29-yard line for loss of 5.
tackle by 3, Boswell.
What is this? Is that the 4th or 5th turnover?
Loss of
3 interceptions, fumble. I think it's the 5th.
at the 28.
There's 2 interceptions. 2 interceptions, a fumble, 2 fumbles, 3 fumbles. Stall towards the end zone. Pass incomplete. Man, just for a moment.
23, Trey Howell, incomplete.
It's intended for Howell.
Coverage by 8, Akeem Snell. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Stall. He's strapped up and brought down by Tank in the backfield for the sack back at the 34-yard line.
In the backfield by number 5, Hank Smith. Brings up 4th and 20 for the Highlanders at the 34.
Fourth down for the Highlanders. Stall looks for someone to go. He's going to take off running, but this one's going to come back as a flag. The Indians are going to decline it.
Runs the ball around the right side, goes out of bounds. There is a flag on the play.
They go out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
Penalty is declined. The Indians will take over on downs.
Indians take over at their own 27-yard line.
Holding on the offense. That penalty is declined.
Indians will be at North Hills next Friday night. And victory will clinch the division of the conference for the Indians. North Hills is up 14-7 over Shaler. Grimes with a nice catch for a first down. The Indians out to the 44-yard line. That's 17 yards for Anthony Grimes. And an Indian first down.
At the 43.
Tank runs into his own man, but still manages to pick up
Handoff is to 5, Hank Smith.
6 yards.
Up from the bottom is 54, Elion Fury for the Highlanders. Gain of about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 48.
Tank up the middle, has a hole and a first down and more. Tank carries Highlanders down to the 40-yard line. Another 12 yards for the Tank.
Brought down by 34, Matthias Baumann, but that's another Indian first down at the Highlanders 40.
And there's an injured Highlander on the field. 6:54 to go. Fourth quarter. Penn Hills 18, Baldwin nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
This is just, it's beautiful.
Too bad we can't get Ethernet everywhere.
It'd be nice to get it at home. We should run that down to our place.
Oh, yeah. They were supposed to, they won't.
That's what those tubes are for in press ball. They just didn't run the line down. Hi, Autumn. Good to forget you're there.
First down, Indians at the Baldwin 40. Tank again, inside to 35. Down to the 33, another 8 yards.
He's brought down by 33. Zach Pettit. Gain of 7 on the play. Second and 3. At the Highlander 33.
All you have to do is hit the red button whenever you well, you won't be able to hear it. I'll tell you when I hit the red button. Just shoot the camera. All you have to do is pretty much slow the camera. Push the head. Sorry, you see the red button.
Mathis, play action, throws over the middle. Grimes will have it for a first down at the 20-yard line.
Mathis' pass was complete to 13. Anthony Grimes. Brought down by 1 Sear Penn.
13 yards for number 13.
Under 20.
Tank, right side, cuts it back. Inside to 15. Tank, down inside to 10 to the 9-yard line. 11 yards for the Tank,
Brought down by
and it's first and goal, Indians.
Mason Bush Prison for the Highlanders. Flag on the play. Personal foul. Lineside block on the offense. 15-yard penalty from the spot of foul.
Well, the Indians get tagged 15 yards for blocking. It's not like this is football.
The penalty takes the ball back to the Highlanders 28.
Well, Big Tone watching at home, hoping you feel better. We'll see you next week at North Hills when we go for the conference title. The Indians up 21-7 over Shaler. Tank inside to 30. 15 down to the
Once again, 5 Tank Smith gets the ball brought down by 12 to Clem Henderson Park.
down to the 23-yard line.
Brings up second and 13 at the 23.
Tank hitting the backfield, spins out of it. And he's going to lose a couple.
Brought down by 79, Noah Bartlett, and 34, Matthias Bauman.
Third and long for the Indians. And the Indians call timeout.
Timeout.
3:53 to go, fourth quarter. Penn Hills 18, Baldwin nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. We have Autumn helping us up here in the booth tonight.
So now we just wait until they come back on.
Jay Mitlow, you want to know how the penalty situation has been much better? Oh, Jay Mitlow's asking on our chat line here how the penalty situation is. And penalty situation is much better tonight, but there's a couple of blindside block calls. I mean, come on.
Yeah, they call them both ways. They call one for two and
But no, the penalty situation tonight has been very fair. Officials have been doing a good job of calling this game. Mathis in a shotgun with Smith to his right. High snap. Mathis hauls it in with that big right paw. Throws. Has a man. Grimes close to the first down marker. They gave him a poor spot. He caught that close to the first down marker to 16 and got pushed back to the 18, and that's where they're going to mark him.
Short of the sticks, it'll be 4th and 3 for the Indians at the 13.
So it'll be another 13 for 13. And it'll be 4th and 3.
After the game, the Highlanders fans will entertain you.
For the Indians. We're going to have him at the 13-yard line. He caught it inside the 12, close to the 11. It would have been just short of the first down, but they did not give him that progress. Mathis, this side, just throws behind Rick Martin. And the Indians turn it over on downs with 3:06 to go. The Indians with had the opportunity to put this one away. But Baldwin will start at their own 13-yard line. Again, the Indian defense tonight has played exceptionally well. The Indians with 4 turnovers. And not finishing drives tonight on the offense. Just keeping Baldwin in this. Stahl throws over the middle. The pass caught at the 25-yard line. Devin Best wants an incomplete.
Pass complete to Jaron Kelly. That's a Highlander first down.
Wanted an incompletion call, but doesn't get it. And it's a first down for the Highlanders. Kelly again. Be wrapped up and brought down. And they are going to call Jordy Boswell on the excessive tackle. Jordy kind of gave him a hip toss there at the sideline, but they were in bounds. Well, we just did compliment the officials. Well, a little too soon, but yeah.
Guess we should have waited.
Yeah. You know, I think that one, I think they're going to call it under the guise of unnecessary roughness, maybe a little too exuberant on the tackle, but he just threw the hip toss.
There are multiple fouls.
Jordy's going to have to join the wrestling team in the fall.
15-yard penalty for unnecessary roughness on the defense.
So the unnecessary roughness.
Taunting on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the right.
So back-to-back 15-yard penalty calls. Oh, we spoke too soon.
First down. at the 38.
Stalls, pass complete. Oh, it's not. It goes off a man and falls incomplete. Like Kelly came up with it.
Second and 10.
Stahl throws up middle, pass
Stall's pass is complete.
is complete.
Penn for the Highlander.
Martin on the coverage, Penn with the reception. That's a first down for
Down by number 2, Richard Martin.
the Highlanders down to the 24-yard line.
At the 24.
Pickup of 14. Stahl throwing towards the end zone for priority and a pass incomplete.
Stall's pass is incomplete.
And he plowed and on the coverage. Got that paw up and batted it away. And it brings up a second down now for the Highlanders. Clock stops with 2:04 to go here in quarter number 4.
Second and 10.
And too high for Kelly on the near side.
Stall's pass intended for 3. Jaron Kelly is incomplete. Third and 10.
They'll stop the clock with 2:01 to go. Stahl pumps left, looks that way. Now he's going to take off running. And Tank will come in, close quickly, and bring him down after a pickup of just 2. That'll be a fourth down. Stahl goes out of bounds with 1:53 to go here in the fourth, and now it's fourth down for the Highlanders. And the Indians used their second timeout of the half.
Penn Hills. Their second.
With 1:53 to go here in the fourth quarter. Penn Hills 18, Baldwin nothing. You're watching Indians Football Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to adverse weather conditions, the after-game festivities.
Oh, I thought they were saying you're going to have a rain delay.
It's not like everybody tells me got the field. Go.
Oh, my goodness.
How bad is this weather really that bad?
It's raining pretty good.
But still.
Pretty wet out there. And it's cold.
Is it?
It's cold out there. I bet it's cold in that rain.
I feel fine.
Yeah, the whole tribe is online on the Saturday. Going out there. I think like half of them are still out there and half of them are along the concession stand wall.
Yeah, the tribe sticking it out here. Of course, they can't go anywhere. The buses aren't going to leave until after the game. The band brought their ponchos, though. They were wild. Fourth down and 8 for the Highlanders. Stahl flushed out of pocket, left, throws down the sideline, has a man. And they are going to call Snell with pass interference. That looked like pretty solid coverage. They were step for step.
There are 2 fouls.
Yeah, he
on the
did
play.
kind of run into him.
Holding against the offense. pass interference against the defense. Those penalties.
We're going to do
cost
4th
10,
down over again.
And we replay the down. 4th down.
Fourth and 8.
Stahl steps up, looks, throws underneath the priority, and he can't hold on to it, falls incomplete. And the Indians will take over on downs with 1:38 to go. Indians at their own 22-yard line. Baldwin has 1 timeout left.
Ball goes over on downs. Will be 1st and 10 for Penn Hills at their own 21.
Excuse me, Baldwin has 2 timeouts left. Indians pick up a 1st down. That should do it. They have an opportunity to run out the clock.
Handoff is to 20, Donnie Blue. Tackled by 12, Jaquan Henderson Parker.
Donnie Blue for 3.
Gain of about 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6 at the 25.
Indians should be in no hurry. 18 seconds on the play clock. They should milk it down to about 2 before they snap the ball. Mathis looking downfield at the play clock, which is at 7. Blue again. Blue to the outside, cuts it back up the middle. We'll have a 1st down out to the 34-yard line. 9 yards for Donnie Blue. And a 1st down for the Indians with 48.6 seconds to go. Baldwin not using their timeout. If you're the Indians, you go to take the knee now. Baldwin has 2 timeouts left. They're not using them. So you can run this one down for another 15 seconds. Take the knee. And if they call a timeout after that, well, then you run a play. But you only got to run one more, and the Indians do go into the championship formation. And Mathis will take a knee. And the clock will wind down, and both teams head to the middle of the field. And shake hands. And the clock does expire. Your final score, Penn Hills 18. Baldwin, nothing. The Indian defense played exceptionally well tonight. Gets a much-deserved shutout. And the Indians will look ahead to next Friday night against the North Hills Indians, and a game that will decide the WPIAL 5A Northern Conference Championship. Indians move to 9-0. Baldwin falls to 4-5 on the season. And we'll get some final stats here for you. Indian total net yards 377, Baldwin 139. Baldwin ran more offensive plays than Indians tonight, 60-51. That's because of the Indian turnovers. 4 turnovers for the Indians tonight. 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions. Tank Smith held under 100 yards tonight, had 18 carries, 69 net yards. Mathis, 6 carries, 58 net yards. Passing-wise, Mathis not one of his better nights of the season. He was 14 for 22, 1 touchdown, 205 yards, but he had 2 interceptions. Receiving-wise, Cephas tonight, Cephas with some catches tonight was the Dante Cephas that we expect. I mean, he went up and got some balls over receivers, in crowds, and, I mean, he caught 5 balls. All of them, I mean, there was just none of them were just a simple little catch open. I mean, he went in and he pulled out some catches. Dante Cephas, excellent night tonight receiving for the Indians, as well as Anthony Grimes with 4 receptions, 64 yards. Hardy, 3 for 48 and a touchdown. Indians 2 rushing touchdowns tonight, one by Mathis, one by the Tank. Mathis, a 15-yarder. Hollis, that was the opening of the scoring for the Indians. Mathis' 12-yard run in the fourth quarter, and then a 27-yard pass, Mathis to Hardy in quarter number 2. The Indians were up 12-0 at the half, and then with the third quarter opening possession for the Indians, they go 42 yards in 7 plays. Tank Smith, the 1-yard run. For Baldwin tonight, Angelo Priori, 16 carries, 29 yards. Passing-wise, Mason Stahl, 15 of 23, 81 yards. His longest tonight was 17. Once again, the Indians will move on to try to clinch the conference championship next Friday night at Martirelli Stadium in Westview against the North Hills Indians. Indians 9-0 on the season. Baldwin drops to 5-4. Again, the final score here from Baldwin High School. The Penn Hills Indians defeat the Highlanders by a score of 18-0. I'm Bill Navari. Thank you for watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.